Hello and welcome. Right, yes, I was just thinking, what did we do? I thought, well, do we need to fertilise everything? Can't you remember you got the endurance out and you had a bit of fun? I thought, yeah, I do remember, but we've still got a couple of fields to do, the new fields, which we both need to lime and to fertilise, so we need to get those sorted. And I think we were alright for, we bought some mineral feed, didn't we? We had a shed load. So I think we're alright with those. We did promise that we weren't going to go through without buying the animals too. So that was the other thing we got to do. So let's stick this away in the big shed. The long-term things that you don't use very often go. So yeah, we'll go right to the... No, could go around there actually. That's not a bad idea. Corner. There's plenty of room in here. You say. It's true. Right, smashing, sorted. So, yeah, loads of tractors, haven't we? Again, this is amazing. It is. So, yeah, I've got to put the tanker to get the 77,777 litres. Let's not forget any of those litres. So we do need that. We do need, I think, either the fence or the... Yeah, but the fence got its... Yeah, it's got all of its equipment, hasn't it? So where is the fence? I think it was around here. It was one of these. So we did have... no, we used it. That's right. Yeah, this was really well scuppered. Gotta get those legs sorted out on this. Oh, of course, we've not got the proper... Yeah, we've not got the bigger one, have we? I think we ought to buy it. We really ought. So yeah, this we could then have two for like using this, one for like this and one for the other one. So we have got a proper one, especially for the Xylon and the GTA back. It's a bit, it's a work in progress, but it is bigger, and I did blender it as well. I'm a bit upset with it in a way. It's not as good as it should be. For saying I put quite a lot of effort into it, really. Yeah, so it will get there. I might completely redo it. So let's grab one from the store because it is bigger, especially made for the Xylon. No, it still is in here. So Xylon BI277. Yeah, it does that. That's in it, but I don't know what it is. And it's even got a proper... Yeah, it's plastic. I don't understand why it's like so... Yeah, why like that. We can grab it. It just looks so messy. I have sort of some problem out though. A problem. It's been a long problem. I've also got many of them now. Yes, it's true. I have. My telehandler weight is now becoming more like a telehandler weight, and it actually stays on the top. Yeah, so we should have lime. Now this wasn't. Yeah, a couple of issues with productions. So there is actually this is playing ball. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, I put loading station in, and all of a sudden it's not loading. Yeah, let's just grab this and then we'll throw it further out. Yeah, the Mini isn't like loading, and I've got another issue on the production silo, and I've been in earlier and I thought, well, I don't understand why it's not working. Everything says it should be. I don't get it. So yeah, we're not being able to grab from this, and at last session we could, so I have no idea why all of a sudden it's like it's no longer recognising the loading, which obviously it's still there, but it's like not recognising that it is anymore. Like it's not wanting to load, even though we've plainly got a shed load of lime in here. Yeah, 36 tons, so it's not recognising this fact, so I have no idea why. Because it's all I've done is shifted the model, and it worked, and now it doesn't. Yeah, now it's just like not recognising that it's actually there, so it's a bit weird. It is very annoying, but luckily, I'm not going to let it stop. It's something for me to work out. It is. We'll have to buy some, which is very annoying when you've like gone to the extent of actually making it. So this is now got an awful lot of storage. fantastic. So we have got narrows, I believe, but let's just check. I haven't put my normals back on, and I'm going about to wreck the field. That's what I'm wanted to make sure. So let's have a look. And we will do any repairing too, because we did have the damage control on for a while. We did, it's true. So then wheels. Oh, you see. Very, very... Oh, we didn't actually buy them, so good. Sure, we did check this. And this is... Oh, it's got the Zario Pro Compact built in. That's a bit of a good look, wasn't it? Fantastic. So, yeah, the fields are to the right. It's a bit messy, isn't it? A bit messy. Yes, I'm at one of those impasses again where I've got a few mod faults that are serious ones. Like I thought I'd got over this. I thought I'd sorted everything out, but now all of a sudden it's an old problem revisited. So potatoes, we know we did the condo endurance on those. I think we can actually squeeze past it. Well, we have also got narrows now, so we don't really have to worry. Not like when I did take one of these edges of this off there with the other tyres. So then field 91. Do we do this? Yeah, well, they did not always recognising that we could try it. Try the standard work. If you like lower it. Yeah, no, he's happy. Okay, well, that's that one. So we need the condo endurance too, which I am not going to complain about because it means I get a chance to use this beautiful bit of kit. And then we've got plenty of liquid fertiliser and I don't think we're going to need. So then, where's the other one? 91 and 108, I believe, is across the road and should definitely need. Yeah, so we'll leave that one because I don't want to like get in his way or her way. It was a him actually, but yeah. So we're across the road. Our other field to the left. Oh, be careful, that was a fence. And it, like, we are a physical object that has the ability to crash into things. Now, do we stick that? No, it's only here. It's just quite happy with this. Yeah, they're a bit of a menace. Okay. I do love this. A beautiful bit of kit. They're very easy to get snarled up, though. It is, with it being as big as it is. Yeah, you sort of like, I underestimate how wide it is. And turning the corners is a real knack. So then it should. Beautiful thing there to actually whiz down a field at like 15, 16 miles an hour. It's quite amazing. It just is the corners that are the tricky bits because you want to do your corners but not actually get snarled up. So yeah, and obviously this is longer, so you'd reverse or do like that and then stop. It's the best way I found, but it's a bit of wastage because you've got to. But then I think with something like this, I don't think it's a real way for you not to. Yeah, you got to like do that, and you've partially done that already, but you miss your bit there if you don't do that. Yeah, it's a bit of be careful because you're going to like wallop into those wooden posts. That's it, and then like got to do the same again. It's can't sort of think of another way to do it really. It seems the best way you don't get snarled up with the. Yeah, so if you get up to a bit of speed, you shouldn't. But there is a definite bit of wastage. In real life, you obviously, I mean, I know you can. We can alter the. It's just that I always find that just for those few seconds, I think I'd sooner waste 5 or 10 litres of this than like not do it or yeah, faff around with length of the jets and all that type of stuff as well. Yeah, like which sections. I was going to say injecting, but it's actually ejecting. So well, technically ejecting, I suppose, yeah, but not in the true sense. Expelling, that's the one, that's the word. Yeah, expelling. Fantastic, and there's a bit the middle, but be careful. It's such a long beast that you can like wallop. So one more, I think. Just a little tiny bit. Oh, more than you think, actually. But yeah, this should do it. Fantastic. So now, I think this is going to need liming too, isn't it? Yeah, pH value goods. So yeah, got a lot of fields, and not actually all done by our own fair hand. In fact, yeah, although the potatoes were definitely done by our very own hand. Yeah, that was yeah. I don't regret. It's weird. I set the worker going for a couple of minutes while I went to fetch the condor, and in the hope that obviously they would be busy and get a bit of work done. Is the indicator working? Yeah, it is. And they did very little. After I thought, well, that's why I'm doing it myself, because they're just faffers. They definitely did faff. Brilliant. Anakin has finished his job. Excellent. So that gives us a chance to do our job. But we'll also take Anakin across to the other field and get him to finish that as well. Not that it'll be Anakin next time, of course. It'll be somebody completely different. Well, it could be Anakin, but it's like not a lot of chance of that, really. So this is, yeah, I'm quite pleased at this, because this is really going to be like last of the field work we've got left to do. And I'm not setting the work going because I enjoy it too much to allow someone else to actually do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it does use a lot. Yeah, wow. It's true. It was a lot. But yeah, it's not been done, has it? So it's really terrible. Yeah, I even thought about the little pipe that goes from the extension box into that. Do like to be thorough. Fertilizer. No, we're gonna get that. It's gonna catch us. It is. Let's do it from the other one. Where there's not. So we ought to have one across the road. We did sort of begin to clear the. But we've got the wood chips, I think, there. There's a lot of fertilizer, but not a lot of lime. But we've already done the fertilizer, so we don't need this. Yes, I've a couple of problems to sort out that I thought I had sorted out. Yeah, the model should just work. I don't understand why it needs... Could have missed... No, I suppose I could have done. I could have missed something, yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to do it when I know it's not going to work. Yeah, lime. And... Could be the model. The model's the only thing that's changed, and it did used to work, so I can't see it being anything other than the model. But it could be the XML, because it might not be like in the right order. Now it should be, but it might not be. That's the only thing I can think. A discrepancy in the i3D in the what is the map basically for it to. Yeah, if something's in the slight wrong order, then it's. Oh, yes, it could be. Oh, it will be. I've just thought what it is. Yeah. I had that issue with that for a long time. I know what it is. I'll set you going as well. You're probably going to run out on this. Oh, no, you're quite happy. Yeah, brilliant. Let's get this done over the road. And let's push the ball across a little because it's bigger than you think. That actually looks almost right. Almost. In a way, the perfect way to use this will be in reverse. It would sort of, I know what I mean. Because you go right to the edge of the field, wouldn't you then? Almost. Yeah, it's still got a bit of a boxy thing on the back, but it's not quite. Right, so... Yeah, now that's probably... Yeah, but it's the shape of the field. They're not all allowed to do that. That's not bad, though. Yeah, that actually do a bad job of that. But there is still a lot of wastage, it's true. There's no perfect way to actually do this. Because you've got to then pull back so your boom's not overextended and going to hit every tree down that side. And that's what I found was the real challenge. Yeah, no, you have actually done it this time. Ooh. Maybe that tree's further forward now, be careful. Yeah, I had to do that trick quite a lot where you're unfolding and folding because you were close but not quite right. I don't think there is a perfect way, is there really? It's, yeah, there's always a bit of, but you obviously you've got to try to have a bit of overlap so that you're not missing any and things like that. So obviously trees are your enemy. Oh, we actually did that. Excellent. We didn't use a lot, really. No, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'd forgotten how how good it was to use this. It's so exorbitantly expensive, but sometimes expediency, when you've got a beast like this, and we're lucky enough to have the condor, it really is well worth that extra sort of cash just for just how wonderful it is. It's just some things that's just such a pleasure to use. Yeah, it is true. I must put the new BI Industry stickers on the, yeah, no, these are the really old ones. I did this a long time ago looking at that. Right, so then stick this away. Back in the shed. We'll stick in this last bay, it's not going to get too much in the way then. And then we're going to check the animals. I would imagine our guy across the road, or gal, is not too far off. Needing filling, I would say. Oh, no, you're wrong. Oh, wow. Oh, this was good, wasn't it? So actually, not too bad at all. We may as well actually take over, I reckon, rather than just watching. There's only a little bit left to do. They did not do a bad job. Yeah, so this is a strange one. Obviously, I literally, as you can see, did a lot of work on this to make this a lizard after Giant's telling me off, and they threw it out the very same day. I was like, with no explanation. I was like, do you know how long I've spent on doing that to meet your criteria that you told me, and like you don't even explain to me why you're not accepting this. You know what is wrong. Thanks a lot for the experience on like what is wrong. Yeah, it's really they are. Nah, it is. Yeah, it is. They are rude. It is true. There's no like I can't pretend that they're not. They are. Right, so then we ought to be sticking this little lot. I suppose the Silent is a bit of a specialist, isn't he? Really. We ought to just I think leave this little lot on. Yes, we've got telehandlers and stuff like that to be, you know, we've got enough tractors that we don't necessarily need him to be anything other than the specialist that he is, because there's that many tractors. Have we done the milk this day, have we? Oh, we have not, no, so let's grab the McCormick. Let's get this milk sorted out. I think we have got a super, I'm sure we have. Yeah, this is the one quandary that I've got. I'm not really that worried about it. I used to, obviously, with the old models, because they were all individual, have like super, it said super on it, whereas now I'm sort of sharing the model, and they've got different XMLs only, so that they're sort of different capacities but the same model. I can only put dairy because otherwise it would look odd. But you can obviously, if you look at it, as in like you stand here, it will tell you it's a super dairy, but it doesn't say it on the sign. And I'm like wondering, is it enough for me to... Let's just have a look at the... Oh, so yeah, this is what I want to have a look. Is there anything that we need to be selling that's in green? Pig food, we can be selling that every single time. Fertilizer, we're selling daily, so we're not worried. Aha. Sunflower oil is in green. It is. Gas station. Max price is 2.1. It's in March. So we're... Yeah, so actually we are as close as you get to that. And we have got a bit to sell. Sunflower oil, we've got 14,000 litres, so we could grab the sunflower oil because it's not going to be worth much more if we don't shift it soon. So yeah, let's grab that out. Definitely, that is the job today, is it not? So we've done all of our field work, literally no weeds at all. I don't think we have. No, I think we looked, I'm sure we looked at this already, but we will triple check. Oh, you were saying 108 and 91 have definitely got weeds. So why did we not see that? So you mean we need the Condor Endurance out again? Well, that's always a pleasure. If a little bit, we should be able to throw that out right there, really. Yeah, probably is. Ooh. No, you forget about the rear, don't you? That's the trouble. You've got to come out sort of a bit straight, and then yeah, but then you got to be, as I say, it's a bit of a, got to be careful both ways. Now this is the other thing, is we're not going to grab this from the that either, because it's not recognising the loading station, so it's got to be the model, because it did work before, and I've not changed the XML apart from obviously the roadmap. If you like bring something in, if it's not exactly the same, then that means the map doesn't match, and then something won't work properly. But it looks like we've got enough like herbicide here anyway, so we don't really need to worry about this. We can dodge that bullet for this session, and I can have a look at the yeah, same as the production silo, which that's a real head scratcher, because I've been in and fixed what I thought was wrong. This is an older problem that I had a long time ago. Right, so let's just check. Because if it doesn't do this as well... No, no, dump herbicide. So the unloading is okay. It's the loading, which is of course what I did swizzle. So definitely the loading. So then, yeah, we do need to go that way. And we want the one we're also across the road. So let's get this sorted. And I think we'll probably, yeah, we're not going to go through, but we'll leave it at that point. I think that's not a bad session, to be honest. And then next session we'll get the animals in. Yeah, I wanted to get them in this session, but yeah, there's all. If you're going to go, there's a lot of work with all your feeding. Isn't that's the thing? Not that yeah, I would love to get it all done, but yeah. Motty has asked for a big ask, really. We've got a lot of animals. It's going to have gone... Yeah, this is now... you can't see them because they're really small. Still not quite right. Still not quite right. Yeah, I will eventually get around to trying to do the tram lines, but yeah, I'm not that bothered about them at the minute, but I will do. Yeah, it's been nice to get them sorted, so I shall have a good look at some point, trying to get them right, understanding what we need to do to actually make it happen. Yeah, it might be easier or it might not. I would imagine it's not going to be too tricky, but like anything that is new. That's it, not too terrible. That's okay. Yeah, I do love using this, but obviously the snarling on trees bit, that's the bit that I don't particularly like. Should really, if I was clever, be able to... Yeah, that's not almost did what I thought I'd get to manage. And just one finish like that, I think. We should be alright. Let's have a look. Oh, you missed some in the middle. Don't know how, but you did. Can't really see it physically. They're very small. I can't really see them if I'm honest. I can see a weed. We are over it, definitely. See a single weed. Let's just be really thorough and just like do that in the middle. I should say that's not far off yet. That's not bad at all. Excellent. As the old saying goes, if a job is worth doing, it's worth doing. Well, it's true. If you're going to do it properly, or don't do it at all. Yeah. I do love that saying of Yoda. It took me a long time to sort of grasp the full. I was like, what does he mean? When Luke says, I'll try. And he goes, there is no try. Do or do not. Yeah, you either do it or you don't bother. If you're just gonna try, don't bother. Yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah, no half-hearted attempts, because like you're not gonna do it properly. You just either do it properly or don't do it. Was what Yoda was really saying. There is no try. There is no like half measures. You're either gonna do it, be positive, or like don't bother. Very wise green creature, Yoda. Yeah, definitely. Right. Okay then, so last job. No, we're going to check the animals as well. I insist upon it. We're not going to like... Yeah. Oh, come on, you know. Oh, who thought that was a good idea? Seriously, that kind of behaviour, how can I get on with my job if you're going to do silly things like that? Yes, I am still trying with giants. I'm not giving in or anything like that, because I promised, I did say to you all that I would share these mods, and I mean it, I will. But, well, I will if yeah, obviously giants ever fairly treat with the mods, so yeah, there's only so much anybody can do. The rest is out of their hands. So yeah, I mean, it does make it quite clear to me why certain modders, because they know giants only too well, like, you know, like Lambo is, yeah, I think he's known to giants, but I think he can do with the shenanigans of giants. He doesn't. Yeah, he's got a lot of self-respect, so he just can't be bothered to jump through the hoops because he knows he's a modder. He didn't need giants to tell him he's a modder. He's just like, yeah, I'm not going to jump through your hoops. I can make my mods work perfectly well, and I don't care that you know, like what your silly rules just for the sake of rules, and your tents and all the rest of it, and the secret police of text, and like all of the things that they expect. The other strange thing is as well, while we're being frank, yeah, is that there are inconsistencies which do tickle me. Yeah, they've got old documentation and then new documentation, and they beat me over the head with this documentation last time and said you're not reading our documentation and you're not following the, you know, like the guidelines. So I checked the things. My descriptions apparently were too short. So I checked their thing. I read this ultra boring, mega boring thing. But documentation is necessary. So I did what I was supposed to do. And yeah, because it is important to me to try my best to get this done. So it's just a bit in the middle. So I read this because they said my description was too short. So I thought, okay, well, let's try and find out where this information is. Well, there wasn't any, unless there was a one sentence in a about if you make a map, we want at least 3 paragraphs from you. I'm like, well, this isn't a map. That's all you've written in this entire document about description, about text. Yeah, it wants capital letters for every word in the title. Yeah, I've done that, tick. But then it's like there were a description, and I thought, well, actually, you're wrong. You should read your own documentation, because actually it doesn't say anything at all like you're saying. It only says if it's a map. Mine's not a map. So, like, yeah, get over yourself and actually do your job and stop whinging about my workflow. I ought to screenshot what they put, really, just so as you know I'm not being obnoxious. It really is all about their workflow. Apparently, it's not about getting mods into the hands of players of Farming Simulator. It's all about making Giants' life easier. Would you believe? Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what all modders are there for, to make Giant Software's job easier. Yeah, right. Yeah, this is the bit where, yeah, I've done that myself on one of my models a long time. It's where you join them together. He's tried to put the 2 posts that would have been double posts, and they don't like being together like that. So yeah, it has to be reblended, or there has to be a gap in the middle, and he's not wanting to put a gap in the middle, so he's gone for that. I did it on my BIs for a bit, and I thought, no, it's annoying. So I'm going to have a look at that loading and sort that out. So we have done everything. Animals, feeding. How are we doing? Yeah, it is on the up, I believe. It's what we really need to be looking at is... Yeah, so we can still unload. So 380,000, 175,000 litres slurry, manures, a shed load, silage 292, straw 294, mineral feed plenty, and hay 360. So that's definitely good. We have it. Talking of the little robot. Let's get this done. Yeah, so we're not rushing through, so we will do the selling malarkey next time. I'm not sure if we'd already done this, but we've got that much anyway that it's really not going to hurt if we stick more in. We could... Did I say that I wanted to go extreme? Not extreme. Super. On the... Did I remember to do that? Did I pay for it? I think I did. Bionic super self-sufficiency. You did remember. So this is now a new thing. I've never seen this actually work in real life. Yeah, it's only a thing of dreams until you see it in action. So then the unloading should still work. So this I haven't touched. I think it's the back silver pipe thingy-majig. Yeah, so that's good. It's happy with that. So let's have a look at... it should actually be still on. It is. So fertilizer, so manure is 338, and slurry is... No, we could do 2 lots of this now, couldn't we? I think we'll probably get away with, at least to begin with, and we'll see then what it actually does. So what is it? So this is... And it does 288 all course. It's an awful lot. So wow, it's 500 odd thousand litres. Wow, that's a bit special. It is. So then we need to... just shift the fen out of the road. It's not an island. Although he really was. If I'd have carried on in that way, I would have been going around like an island. It's true. Right, so then let's grab another slurry. Looks like we could actually really Seriously, but yeah, we're going to do this over the... We might need to do 2 rooms then a day, if that's what we're going to do. So we'll grab this quickly. We could, I suppose, in that case, start the loading. Yeah, that's going to seriously beast that a bit, isn't it? Where is that telehandler? The Cenebogan. Which I've got that ability to fly. Yeah, so these weights have all been adjusted. Yeah, and I've got many of them, but yeah, you can see it's adjusted wrongly at the minute. I'm trying to tweak a few things to sort of see. That's better. It's not as far in as it was, but it is still not right. So we want, what was it we were after? I think it was oil, which is around there. Yeah, so I've altered the position. This is the, obviously this is the original weight. So this is the one I'm mucking around with, and once I figure out the right place for everything, then I'm going to like make the changes on all of the models. I'm sort of trying to tweak the original one so that I can get the position of everything correct. And then I might actually stick this on the model before someone else wants to tell you how to wait on. Yeah. So then wheel is down here. Let's shift you out the road a little bit. Your narrows. And we have got olive oil. Yeah, olive oil we've already told it to spawn. Excellent. We've half done the job then. Oh, careful, careful, careful. That wheel is not friendly. It's an enemy of all crops. Careful. Yeah, I don't mind you doing a bit of climbing. I think you did it. I think you clouded it anyway. I think you just got it. So all of that climbing, you know, just let go of it, will you? Oh, do you know, seriously. Oh, I do hate it when you get snarled up on things. Just do not want to let go. Yeah, we've definitely damaged some crop. Definitely. Yeah. Let's grab that again and pull it over the tater field while we've got this chance. So it's a good job that this is. Oh. Okay. That's okay. So then 10,000 litres of olive oil. I think there were 15, but I don't think it was quite ready, was it? I think it was 14,000 something, so let's just check, make sure that right. It is, yeah, 2,383. So we are definitely that's it. So let's take this and sell it. And I think that is, yeah, and also shift the last load of slurry, being as we like being very, very thorough. Yeah, I did go on Oak City, but I sort of scuppered it with the silo. I went back on and tested again, and I thought, oh, seriously, it's still not working. I hadn't got grass in the bale silo, the bale loading, which obviously it was bales. So I thought, let's add it, and it wasn't there, so I added it, and then went back in, and it still wasn't. And I thought, oh, I have not got the patience for this at like 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll come back. I'll have a look over the weekend, because I do really seriously want to get back onto Oak City. Yeah, we're in our final year. Got a few sessions, quite a lot of work to do though still, because it is obviously always the last couple of years are always you've got loads of fields. I mean, we've sort of starting to burst out the seams on this one already because of the amount of money and that we've got, and yeah, it's good. but it does mean you're doing a lot of work. Yeah, I'm not afraid of work, but it is. Yeah, it's obviously it does have an impact on things. So it should be very nice. It should be very nice. Definitely, that's not bad at all. Very, very slow to reverse. I ought to have a tweak of this because it is my version. I need to get that rear hitch sorted as well so it actually works. Yeah, I need to have having a good look at how they do the change loads on these because they're a nightmare. Yeah, nothing like the other vehicles I've modded. Fantastic. So then, we're not going through because say we want to do the other animals. So yeah, this is the sheep here. So I want to do a mix, actually. I do. So we are going to do... Are we going to buy them and feed... This is just... No, we will do it next session. No, I'm going to leave it here, definitely. So we've got all the businesses ready. We should have 140 or nearly 150,000 litres of slurry in there. We should really hammer that manure as well. Yeah. So I think it is... Well, it does have it tick down, so it's got to be working, but I'm hoping it is. But it's not much you can do. This is a game flaw when you do this type of thing. Because, yeah, production silos, they don't really have a range per se. I was saying to Kevin, we had a conversation about this a few weeks back. And he was on about it'd be useful if we could find out the range. But I thought, yeah, but I don't think they've got one. That's what I said to him. I don't know. Production silos are a bit strange. Right. Anyway, yeah, without any further ado, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to join me next session. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.